So I yellow blazed a little bit today because of the heat stroke. I am 501 shelter now. Somewhere around here's the 501 shelter. Good morning. It is June 21st. I'm at the 501 shelter. I camped here last night. Obviously, I didn't hike here legitimately. When I got to a road, I think the road was 443. I was fully incoherent. I was suffering from heat exhaustion and fully incoherent. I got to the road and I basically stood there and waved at cars going both ways until somebody picked me up. So I got lucky there. I got dropped off at a random road crossing and made my way back to the trail. This is where I came back. When I hiked in 2012, I did this section. I did this section that I missed, so I'm not too worried about that. I will be hiking north from 501 later today. This is a section I did miss in 2012. That's actually a funny story. So when I first hiked the Appalachian Trail in 2012, I used the Steri pen. The Steri pen is essentially a UV light that you put into a bottle, and it's supposed to remove, the UV light's supposed to kill any parasites or harmful life forms that are in the water, making it safe for you to drink. I had the first version of the Steri pen, and the first version of the Steri pen had a small flaw. You're essentially using a flashlight that you put into the water. You turn it on, it kills the bacteria. Great. The problem was that the first one wasn't waterproof, which means if water gets inside of it, it stops working. So let's go over this. If water gets inside the flashlight that you're supposed to put into the water, it'll stop working. Yeah, bad design. So I guess they've improved the design since then, but it's not something I ever. But mine failed in 2012, and I ended up yellow blazing to Port Clinton, and then waiting a week to get a new one sent to me because I didn't have any way to purify water. Now I use a filter which doesn't break if it gets water inside it. In fact, that's what it's supposed to do, and I've learned from my mistakes. Hummingbird just flew into the shelter. So the hummingbird appears to be trapped. We tried to help him out to teach him that he can't get out through there, but he doesn't appear to want to believe us. So I'm hopeful that he'll figure it out, because otherwise he's dead. Good morning, everybody. I am leaving the pretties at the 501 shelter after using them. It's 6:30 in the morning. I was hoping to get up a little earlier, but wasn't to be. I've eaten breakfast. 6 miles is my goal for today. There is a swimming hole in 6 miles, and that is my goal for the day. Once I get back to the trail. It's hopeful that tomorrow the heat will break a little. Monday and Tuesday are supposed to be downright cool, and the high 80s instead of the high 90s. So anyway, I'm about 24 miles from Port Clinton, which is my next stop. This is a 24-mile stretch that I've never hiked before. Because, like I mentioned, it's just another section of Roxylania. Basically, since I got back on trail, the trail has been like this. And I know what you're thinking. It's oh, that's not that bad. It could be worse. And yeah, sure, it could always be worse. But this stuff, this crap right here, basically, you can't get into a stride. Every single step is different. And if you lose focus for even a second, you're definitely going to fall. And that will hurt. It is just really, really rocky. And the rocks aren't uniform. It's not like bouldering. Bouldering is easy compared to this crap. This crap just is what destroys your shoes. This crap is what just destroys your soul. And it just goes on and on. And they're like, oh yeah, this is a trail in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania doesn't have a lot going for it. It doesn't have, it's some great shelters, but it doesn't have, lots of ups and downs. Its ups aren't that big. I don't think there's a single rise. There's only a couple of rises over like 1,100 feet up. But, man, it's rocky as hell. This is the state where boots come to die. And it just keeps going. Anyway, I gotta focus on. Good morning again. It is still the 22nd. I am past the rocky section of trail. Trail's pretty smooth right here. Not too. I'm sure we'll get more rocks again in a minute. But yeah, I've come about a mile. So I'm starting to speed up a little bit, maybe. We'll have to see. I've got 5 miles left, and then I will jump into some sort of swimming hole. Probably get there around 11 or so, maybe. It's hard to tell. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna spend the day there. Get up tomorrow. Hike out, unless there's really no place to tent, in which case I'll then spend the day there. So here's another section of fun trail, and I say that very sarcastically. It's 8 a.m. I've been hiking for an hour and a half. I've come about 2 miles, I think. But this stuff is gonna be slow going through here. You can clearly see the blaze. This is clearly the trail, and trail maintainers in Pennsylvania are just psychotic. It's 8:45. I've come 2.3 miles. Trail doesn't look like it gets any easier either. Just boulder hopping for the last half mile or so. And it's just rocky, more rocks. I'm in a little tiny valley, or I'm about to go into a little tiny valley, and after that it's one uphill and everything downhill. So hopefully not too bad. This is called Shower Steps Vista. What can be said about it? It's a vista of farmland. It's hazy because it's freaking hot. I'm gonna keep hiking. I got about 2.5 miles to get till I get to the swimming hole, and I'm gonna stop at for the day, or at least for a moment. If I had come all the way from Springer, I would be at 1,200 miles, but I didn't, so I'm not. Come all miles, even if you discount the here and there yellow blazes, like yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Anyway, I'm about 2 miles, maybe 2.4 from the swimming hole that I'm going to today. So it's about 10 o'clock. I'm making pretty good mileage so far. Oh, almost twisted my ankle. But I need to pay attention. This ground is not easy to hike on. Good morning. It is 10:30 on the 22nd, and I have a mile and a half to go for the rest of the day. I am pretty sweaty, pretty wiped out already. I have been going up for a couple hours now, but if it wasn't for this god-awful heat and the god-awful rocks, I don't know which is worse, but I could probably do a lot more miles than I am doing if it wasn't for both the rocks and the heat. Anyway, I can't do anything about that except for pushing on, so that's what I'm going to do till I get to the swimming hole, and then I'm going to swim. 11:38. I'm 3/10 of a mile from the swimming hole, so unfortunately the trail is very rocky, so it's going to take me a while. But 3/10 of a mile, I should be able to do that before noon. Stop for a rest, finish drinking some more water. I've been drinking so much water, I probably only have like a liter left. Some hikers are coming. So I made it 6 miles by 12. There's a swimming pool I'm about to go swimming in. And it's a pool of water in the woods, and I'm happy with it. Or, well, almost not morning anymore. It's 11:23, and I haven't gotten up this morning. I'm just starting to wake up. I slept in. It's getting hot. I'm thinking about going back down to the swimming hole and going for another swim. Actually, I'm 100% sure that's what I'm going to do. So, yeah. Oh, I was tired. I don't know. This heat's just taking it out of me. It's so tough to hike in. And the rocks in Pennsylvania aren't making it any easier either. So, I'm doing the best I can. It's supposed to be a little cooler tomorrow. I might get up and hike this evening. It might rain this evening. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have any plans. I'm just enjoying being out here and living. A local guy yesterday that was here with his son, and he said this dam has been here basically forever. There's no record of when it was built, or who built it, or why they built it. So yeah, there's that. It's beautiful. It's the water is very, very cold. Like, ooh. I'm surprised it's not frozen cold. It's probably in the low 40s, high 30s. But on a hot day, that doesn't matter. You don't care. You just want to get cooled off a little. I saw some people fishing in this, which doesn't really make sense because I have no idea how fish would get into it. Obviously, they're not swimming up the river, and it must come from a spring or something. So, yeah, no idea how fish would get in there. If there are fish in there, they must have been dropped off by humans. Human must have brought them up and dumped them in, but I didn't see any sign of fish. Of course, the water's too cold. I didn't really put my head underneath, and I didn't spend long in there. The farthest that I went, I swam down the side to the gap there where the water's coming out, and then back. The water's very cold. My fingers and legs are numb. I'm gonna go crawl back into my tent. Good morning. It is Monday, June 24th, and I am hiking up a mountain again. I've got about 9 miles to go to the shelter today. But some of that is going to be a Blue Blaze road walk because I am sick and tired of these rocks. So, I'll see you later.